My name is Wesley Brown in second grade at Clermont County Elementary School. My project name is Meatballs Rust. I picked this project because I wanted to unrust an antique fire truck that belonged to my great-grandpa. My question is, how do you unrust an antique fire truck? So then I had to do a ton of research about rust, chemical reactions, and atoms, and so here's what I learned. I learned that rust is formed when iron atoms and oxygen atoms bond. That makes the metal weaker and weaker. That's called oxidation, which is a chemical reaction. So then I had to learn about chemical reactions, and chemical reactions are when something can never go back the way it was. And then I also had to learn about atoms. Atoms are the world's smallest building blocks. They're so small you can't even see them. And then I had to learn about ways to remove rust. The best way to remove rust is an acid. The lower the pH, the better the acid. And here are some acids that I'm going to use: baking soda, lemon juice, Coke, potatoes, white vinegar, salt. And my hypothesis is, if I use white vinegar, it will remove the most rust because it's the lowest pH. My independent variable is the acids, which are lemon juice, Coke, potato, baking soda, white vinegar, salt. My dependent variable is the amount of rust removed, and my control variable is the sandpaper, the number of sands, and time. And here are my steps. First, I measured out equal sections on the truck. Then I labeled them with the acids, and I used paper towels to soak in the acids and lay them on, and then I let it sit for an hour. I took off the paper towels, let it dry for about 15 minutes, and then I sanded it 20 times back and forth with 80 grit and 180 grit sandpaper. And those are my steps. Oh, and I made observations
about
what I saw and felt. So baking soda has the most rust on the sandpaper, and then salt has the second most. Coke has the third most, lemon juice has the fourth, potato has the fifth, white vinegar has the sixth, and then control has nothing, so it's 7. And then my hypothesis was wrong because baking soda removed the most rust. And then here's my graph.
Can you tell them about how your steps went wrong?
My
what you had to do?
My steps went wrong because not enough of dust came off, so I had to.
So you weren't able to.
So I weren't able to weigh the amount of dust.
So what did you do instead?
So what I did instead was weigh the sandpaper.
And what did you find? Talk us through your graph.
And so baking soda has the most on my graph. Salt has
the most what?
The most rust removed. Because it was gritty and scratchy.
Mm-hmm.
And it helped remove more rust.
Okay. Good.
My hypothesis was wrong because white vinegar did not remove the most rust. But it did remove rust, but instead it got stuck to the tape because the tape got wet when I put it on the paper towel.
So which one did remove the most?
Baking soda.
Okay, so talk us through your results.
My results are baking soda had the most rust removed.
And why do you think that happened?
I think that happened because it was gritty and scratchy.
Is baking soda an acid?
No, it's a base. I did not finish the call, but I would like to. I would also like to try white vinegar and baking soda mixed.
Because why?
Because white vinegar came in third place when I weighed them, and baking soda came in fourth. So I wanted to see if they would make an even better combo than baking soda and vinegar by themselves.
And also, what do you know about when you mix baking soda and vinegar?
When you mix baking soda and vinegar, it's a chemical reaction.
And why might that remove rust?
Because rust is a chemical reaction itself. I learned about rust, chemical reactions, and atoms. Who could use this info? People who want to remove rust.